Let's go from Tuesday to um to one of these things. I'm just gonna stop when I want to. So let's just get into it. Tuesday. Okay, so the invisible chair joke is still going, and the whole class is in on it now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but I think I might have class clown in the bag for dreaming this one up. In science, the teacher asked me to count the number of kids in the classroom, so she'd know how many pairs of safety goggles to get out of every closet. So I made a big show of counting everyone in the room except Keurig. Well, that really set Cherry off. He got up and started yelling, and it was really hard to stare a straight face at and act like he wasn't there. I wanted to tell him we never said he wasn't. I wanted to tell him that we never said he wasn't a human being. It's just that he's an invisible being. I managed to keep my mouth shut before you go and say I'm a bad friend for teasing Jerry. Let me just say, in my defense, I'm smaller than about 95% of kids at my school. So when it comes to finding someone I can actually pick on, my options are pretty limited. And besides, I'm not 100% to blame for dreaming up this idea. Believe it or not, I got the idea from Mom. This is when I was a kid and I was playing under the kitchen when Mom came looking for me. Has anyone seen Gregory? I don't know what gave me to do it, and I decided to play a joke on Mom and stay hidden. Mom went all around the house calling my name. I think she must have finally seen me under the kitchen table, but she still pretended she didn't know where I was. Poor Gregory, all in the snow. Oh, boo hoo. I thought it was pretty funny, and I probably would have stayed hidden under the table for a little while more. But Mom finally got me to crack one. She said she was gonna give my gumball machine to Roderick. So if you want to point fingers on the invisible chair joke, now you know who's really to blame. Thursday. Well, yesterday, Cherrick pretty much gave up on trying to get anyone in our class to talk to him. But today he found our weakness. Riley, do you think I exist? Nope, I can't even hear you or see you. I forgot all about Riley. When the joke first started up, I made sure to keep him away from Cherrick because I had a feeling Riley would blow the joke. But I guess I kind of got too cocky and let my guard down. Cherrick started working on Riley at lunch. He came really close to getting him to crack. If you say I exist, this corn dog is yours. I could tell Riley was about to say something, so I had to act quick. I told everyone there was a floating corn dog hovering above our lunch table, and then he plucked it out of the air and ate it in 2 bites. So, to my quick thinking, we were able to keep the joke going. Gobble smack. Not as good as the regular kind, though. But that really made Terry mad. He started punching my arm, and of course I had to pretend it like I didn't notice. And let me tell you, that wasn't too easy. Cherry might be small, but that kid can really punch. Is there a flea breathing on me? Because it feels like a tiny little flea is breathing on me. Friday. Well, I guess Cherry must have complained to the teacher about my little joke, because today I had called down to the front office. When I got to the vice principal's office, Roy's room, he was pretty mad. He knew all about how I started the joke, and he gave me the speech about respect and destiny and all that. But luckily, Mr. Rory got on crucial fact wrong, and that was identity of the group where we were playing the joke on, so that made the apology part a whole lot easier. I'm deeply sorry, and now I insist, indeed admit that you exist, Sheriff. Mr. Roy seemed pretty satisfied with my apology, and he let me go without even tacking on any detonation. I've always heard that when Mr. Rory is done chewing a kid out, he sends them off a pat on the back and a lollipop. And now I can tell you firsthand that's true. Saturday. Riley's birthday party is tomorrow, so Mom took me to the mall to get him a gift. I picked out this really cool video game that just came out, and I handed it to Mom so he could pay for it. But when Mom said I can't buy that, I had to buy it with my own money. I told Mom that first of all, I have zero money, and second of all, if I did have any money, I wouldn't wasted it on Riley. Mom didn't seem too happy with what I said. But it's not my fault I'm broke. I actually had a job this summer, but people I worked for stiffed me, and I didn't earn a single penny. And we have these neighbors named Fullers who live a few doors up, and they go away on vacation every summer. They usually leave their dog, Princess, in the kennel. But this year, they told me they'd pay me $5 a day to feed Princess and take her out. I figured I'd earn enough to buy a whole pile of video games with that kind of money. But I guess Princess is gun shy about going to bathroom in front of strangers. So I ended up spending a lot of time standing around the hot sun waiting for this dumb dog to hurry up and go. I'd wait and nothing would happen, and then I'd just take Princess back inside. But every time I'd leave, Princess would make a big mess in the foyer, and I'd have to clean it up. And the next day, toward the end of summer, I got smart and realized it would be a lot easier to just clean up all Princess messes at once instead of it every day. So I fed her and let her do her business in the foyer floor, and about and for about 2 weeks. Then the day before the Fullers were due back, I headed up the hill to clean my supplies. But when I got back, the Fullers cut their trip short and they got home early. I guess they didn't know it's polite to call ahead and let people know when their plans have changed. Tonight, Mom called a house meeting with me and Roderick. She said that the two of us are always complaining what we don't have any money. So she came up with a few ways for us to earn some cash. Then she pulled out some play money she must have dug out from the board game, and she called the money Mom Bucks. Mom said we could earn Mom Bucks by doing chores and good deeds and stuff like that, and we could trade them for real money. Mom handed us 1,000 each to get us started. I thought I was struck it rich, but then she explained that each Mom Buck is only worth a penny of real money. Mom told us how we should save up our Mom Bucks, and if we were patient, we could buy something we really wanted. But Roderick cashed in his whole stash before Mom was even done talking. Then he went down to the convenience store and blew his money on heavy metal magazines. If Roderick wants to waste his money like that, he can go right ahead. But I'm smart with my Mom Bucks. Sunday. Today was Riley's birthday party, and he had it at the mall. I'm sure I would have thought it was a lot of fun if I was about 7 years old. That was the average age of the kids at Riley's party. Riley invited his whole karate team, and most of those kids are at his own elementary school. I just wish I would have known what the party was going to be like. I could have skipped it. We started off playing these dopey party games like pin and the till on the donkey and stuff like that. The last game we played was hide and seek. My plan was just to hide in the ball pit and stay there until the party was over, but some other kid already was there. It turned out that this kid wasn't from Ollie's party. It was just the last birthday party that happened on an hour later. I guess he must have hid in there during hide and seek, and nobody found him. So Riley's party had to be put on hold while the staff tried to track down this kid's parents. After the situation got cleared up, we had cake and watched Riley open his gifts. He mostly got a bunch of kid toys, but seemed pretty happy about it. Then Riley's parents gave him their present, and guess what it was? It was a diary. It kind of ticked me off because I knew Riley asked his parents for a diary so he could be just like me. But Riley opened his present. He said, we can call ourselves the Diary Twins." I let him know exactly what I thought about that idea by slugging him in the arm, and I really didn't care that it was his birthday either. One thing I will say though, I used to be mad at Mom for getting me a journal that looked too girly, but after seeing Riley's diary, I'm not so mad anymore. Lately, Riley has been totally writing me. He reads the same comic books I read, drinks the same kind of soda I drink, you name it. Mom says I could be flattered, but I'm not. But to be honest with you, it's totally creeping me out. A couple days ago, I did an experiment to see how far Riley would go. I rolled up one of my pant legs and tied a bandana around my ankle and went to school that way. Sure enough, the next day, Riley came to school wearing the same exact thing, and that's how I ended up in the vice principal's boarding office the second time in a week. There are some thugs outside my house sporting gang colors. Alright, that's the end of this thing. So, see you in the next book reader. See ya!